here it is, our 2024 Rubicon X, and you guys probably haven't seen this thing in a while on the channel, but here it is in all its glory. It's been a good vehicle. We've actually had a lot of fun with it so far. Nothing crazy, just kind of a little daily driver type position on, I guess, the vehicle fleet. Haven't really done Jeep things with it, is what I'm trying to say, but it does look good. I really like the halos on the headlight, the LEDs, all of that, which my other Jeep does not have. And this is the V6. The other one is the Turbo 4, and actually I like the Turbo 4 for the power, but I know some people have had some issues with them or whatever, but mine has been decent so far, knock on wood. Still have a bunch of snow out here, and I have done a little bit of just cruising around the yard in the deep snow and everything, having fun with the Jeep Rubicon. And this is still on the stock suspension, stock wheels. The only thing I've done is some ditch lights, some amber ditch lights, which is nice because if it's snowing or foggy, it is nice to have that. All right, so we are headed to Curry Zone. I definitely love me some good Asian food. This is Indo-Chinese Nepali restaurant. So I'm gonna try it for the first time out here in Camp Hill. See what it's all about. Maybe I can run into Martin's new Jeep. There it is, Gladiator lifestyle. So, I think we're mirror to mirror. There's a little more Jeep sticking out over on your end.
What's up? Yeah, it's a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yep, we're pretty much lined up here. So, if you're wondering lengthwise, that's where they start. Two-door ends there. Gladiator ends way over here.
That is crazy.
How do you like the Gladiator?
I love it so far.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's pretty
It
cool.
does everything. Yeah, it looks cool too.
Yeah.
Does everything, looks cool while doing it.
Well, the longer wheelbase probably ride a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. I don't have any complaints.
If you're worried about ride, just get bigger tires.
Yeah, bigger tires and maybe a lift, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. These with wheels and tires look so different.
oh yeah, it looks a little anemic.
My park job is awesome. But yeah,
if you had your wheels and tires on this, like that,
it'd be
size
better.
would look good.
But even if these, if you put them like a little bit of stance to them,
yeah,
get them to stick out just slightly.
like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aftermarket wheels on these look really good.
for sure. They have to meet all the EPA stuff, miles per gallon, with the smaller tires in the body. But once you start modding them, it's so much better.
Definitely. Yep, definitely a cool vehicle. I don't think I've ever even really looked at one of these up close in person, but when they did the truck, I was always really disappointed they never made the two-door, because the two-door truck, I would definitely trade in my Jeep probably to get one of those. I saw it at SEMA in 2018 when they did the concept of it, and it was so cool. I just think like that would be ultimate, but for whatever reason they didn't build the two-door, but Martin's got the four-door, so.
Yeah, four-door and a bed. It's very long, but as far as the Jeep goes, but I mean, it's a truck, so.
So drop in the comments, what should Martin do to this first thing? I think he's gonna switch the black grille out. What do they call this package?
Altitude. It's a Sport S with a couple of options and blackout package. That's it.
Nice. Yeah, I do like the newer grille. This is a little bit different than my 22, but one thing is I have the American flag behind it, and I did an install on that, but it's starting to show its age a little bit. Some of the paint's starting to come off, so I guess we might be swapping that out. But
you have the LED package too, which is nice.
Yeah, LEDs are nice, especially when it's going down the road. You got little halos and everything.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, LED package really makes these pop.
You can really see the difference between the halogen and the LED.
Yeah, their side lights are LED, just not your daytime running lights and signal lights and headlights.
Yeah, definitely something to upgrade.
Yeah, I've got the halogens on my other one too. They're all right.
They work.
And they have the little Jeep grill right there. See that?
Oh, I never noticed that.
Little Easter egg.
There's so many Easter eggs I'm finding.
So the first thing we got to do now that we've seen Mark.
Oh no, I'm getting ducked.
You're getting ducked. You're getting ducked for the first time. There it is. There it is. Yep. It's not an accident. There's a space for him. Martin's been officially ducked.
Oh man, I got ducked.
Your daughter will love it.
Oh, she's gonna love that, yeah.
And walking in, we got another Rubicon right there. This is the JK. So, what do you guys think? I think they really improved the looks from the JK to the JLs. The front grills are just so much more aggressive, and the headlights are bigger, which gives you a whole lot better look at night. But you kind of have like the almost like that little kind of bump out, and then the bigger headlights really just kind of give you more of that Jeep look, because the bigger headlight with the bigger Jeep just makes everything a lot more proportional. And then even if you want to switch up to this grill, pretty sure this grill fits on there as well. It's just like Martin was saying, this doesn't have room for a winch, but that one's shorter, so then we can do that. And then you can always buy the steel bumpers too, and then you get the LED fog lights. All right, so Curry Zone, what do you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It was really good. No complaints.
The Nanwich, definitely get the Nanwich. It's awesome. Next time we're gonna try the butter chicken, but I think we'll be back at this one for sure. And welcome to our beautiful weather of Pennsylvania. Cold and misty. It's like 38 degrees out right now. That's all right. We're driving Jeeps, and Jeeps aren't afraid of anything. All right, so it's 2026. Why should you buy a Jeep in 2026?
Because they're cool. 4-wheel drive, convertible truck, or convertible vehicle with the roof. Good powertrains. The V6 is pretty well known and works pretty well at this point. The 8-speed ZF transmission does really well. They can do everything.
And what do you think of the dash difference between the 22 and the 24?
Oh yeah, this is way nicer. It's longer, which it's kind of like farther away from you, but you gain, you definitely get a bigger screen. Your vents are down here instead of the sides too, which is nice.
You do lose the red dash though, because on the Rubicons for 22, you do have that big dash piece that's red, and this one's like more like a kind of perforated leather-ish, and then it has a little bit of red stitch on it.
Yeah, that is way different.
And the grab handle's different too. It doesn't say Wrangler on it anymore.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely changed a lot of different things, but Jeeps are full of Easter eggs too. Like I got the little Jeep right there on the shifter, and there's like the little Jeep in the corner on the windshield, and you find little Easter eggs everywhere. That's really what I think is special about Jeep, is there's so many like little weird nuances, and it's just kind of a fun vehicle, and you'd have to buy one to appreciate it.
Yeah, like I didn't really drive one until I test drove mine, and I really fell in love with it right away. It's like just the seating position, how everything's kind of boxy and laid out well, like the utilitarian aspect of it. I have a truck bed on mine. I can have 4 doors. I have a removable roof, 4x4, solid front axle. Like it literally checks all the boxes as far as like an all-around vehicle that can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, these do drive so much better than the ones from the past. Like if you're thinking about late 90s Jeeps, totally different world to what there is nowadays. So I just had this thought, and I know the Ducks are a community builder with Jeep people. Also, I think a CB radio is maybe in order for this Jeep. I have one of my other Jeep, but I never really use it just because it's always at the beach. I think I might take it out of that one and maybe put it in this one, because then if I'll get Martin to get one too, and then if we're cruising around, you can just grab your two-way and be able to have communications between your Jeep brethren. So might be a possibility. So there it is, everybody. We talked a lot about the Jeep itself, just different reasons why to have a Jeep, why you might want a Jeep, and to be honest, they're not for everybody. If you're a Jeep person, you'll probably know that when you drive one and you just get that feeling like it's right for you. Kind of like any vehicle, there's always a person that prefers a certain vehicle over another, and that's just how it is. And the Jeep has a lot of unique features, and that's just kind of the whole package when you get into one of these. And it's just kind of one of those things that you can be a part of. You can go to Jeep Week, you can go to different events, there's a lot of online forums and whatnot for other Jeep people, so it's something you can be a part of, which is always a good thing if that's what you're into. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and as always, keep that hammer down.